Hi, welcome to Inspiration. My name's Katrina Jockety. On today's show, Parool Shah tells us about her organisation, Life's Little Treasures, and how it provides support for premature babies and their families. We touch base with our fabulous London correspondent Mei Wei Liu from Victim Fashion Street as she chats with colourful and talented artist Sue Krautsman. Chez Olivia's chef shows us how to make the delicious dessert Mediterranean Delight, and we find out what's hot and new in the art scene at Art Melbourne. Hi and welcome to Inspiration. Today we're talking with Parool Shah from Life's Little Treasures Foundation. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you for inviting me, Katrina.
So your foundation, it deals with sick and premature babies, and it's something that's actually very dear to my heart because I was actually 3 months premature myself. I was just wondering what encouraged you to start the foundation?
Personal experience.
Yeah.
My son Luke was born at 27 weeks, which is about probably the right.
Yeah, I think it's the same as me.
Same as you. You know, to see your own child battle and struggle, going through what they're doing, it just puts you on a roller coaster journey that you can't even describe unless you've been through it yourself.
So what sort of services do you provide for families in that situation?
We provide a wide range of services only because there was nothing out there when I had Luke. So we provide assistance to families from the moment they have their baby in the hospital right through to when they come home into the community, providing them with financial support, emotional support, and also providing them with information, direct them to resources that could help them, but also giving them information about the baby's development, all those sort of things.
So what are some of the long-term effects on premature babies?
Oh look, babies that are born premature are high risk of developing lots of things, from having developmental issues, behavioural issues, autism, cerebral palsy. It's just they are high risk of having a disability later on in life, and this is what we're trying to get the message across, that if these babies are addressed with their issues when they're younger, then the impact in the long term to the government and to the taxpayer is going to be a lot less, because these babies will have been provided with the right kind of assistance when they're younger.
Luke seems very happy and healthy now, but it wasn't always the case, was it?
No, he was actually very delayed in his development, and especially in his fine motor and gross motor. He never really learned how to crawl, and he didn't walk until he was about 2.5 years old. So he had major issues with his development, and then respiratory. When he was younger, he had quite a few respiratory issues. Once we were home from hospital, that wasn't the end of our hospital visits. He's with his respiratory issues, we've had to emergency go into hospital on oxygen because he's not been able to breathe, and so there have been things we've had to overcome
along the way.
But now 8 years on, he's doing fantastically
He looks
well.
like a healthy, happy boy.
He is, and
It's great.
And I'm very, we were one of the very lucky ones that Luke has grown to be such a happy, healthy boy. But there are others out there, who don't.
Not so lucky.
No, not so lucky.
And there needs to be support for them as well in the long term.
That's right.
Yeah. From the government as well as from your foundation.
That's right. I just, it's just, said there is a definite need here. The fact that there are big organisations, big, established charities in UK and US and in other parts of the world that are doing what we're doing, but having the support of the government, it just shows that there is need in Australia as well. It's that with 40,000 babies and increasing number being admitted into neonatal and special care unit, that's 10% of all babies born.
So Parool, how on earth do you manage having 2 children and running the foundation?
Oh, it's a struggle, Katrina, especially I do this on a voluntary basis. We're all volunteers, and I'm often working a 60-hour week just to keep the resources and the services running. But as a foundation, family is a big thing. The whole idea is supporting the family unit. So I have to practice what I preach. So I try, I always make sure that regardless of what I'm doing, how busy I am, I'm there for the children, doing the school pickups, taking them to their activities, weekend sports. My husband, he travels a lot with work as well, so we regularly have our date nights to make sure that we have an opportunity of catch up. So it's doing all those little things, and also doing things for myself as well. I've just started doing Bollywood a dance class and I've got my first performance next Saturday. You know, those little things, you know, to try and balance the work, family life. But it is a struggle because working long hours on a voluntary basis.
And Parool, who inspires you?
I don't have any one particular person who inspires me. You know, my family, my friends, people around me, some of the families that I meet through Life's Little Treasures, the amazing committee that I work with. But I think it's the children, it's these babies, seeing these babies who've struggled in their early lives to be who they are, you know, young adults, children. Someone like you, you know, meeting someone like you is very inspirational, and I think that's what keeps me going, keeps me inspired.
So what's next for you and with the foundation?
Our biggest focus and aim at the moment is to become sustainable. You know, as I said, we're a completely volunteer-run organisation, and we need the funding to sustain ourselves. Other organisations like ours in other parts of the world get funding from the government to assist them. We get nothing, and we just want to make sure that in Australia it doesn't get to a crisis situation. There are 40,000 babies that are born premature and sick in Australia every year, and that number is growing.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I really wish you all the best in your foundation.
Thank you very much, Katrina.
And until next time, be inspired.